Organic vegetables are fairly common here in Pemberton, but what about organic whiskey? We'll be sampling some on your behalf. We strap on a harness and zip through the trees, and we'll play a little 3D golf. That's on this episode of Go Sea to Sky. Welcome to Go Sea to Sky. I'm your host, Heather Butts, at the Pemberton Distillery, where they are about to launch Canada's first organic single malt whiskey, and we'll get to sample some straight from the cask. But first, we're going to have a little fun outside. The peak-to-peak gondola isn't the only way to get between Whistler and Blackcomb Mountains. No, you can strap on a harness and take a trip on a zip line. But with every adventure, you need a guide. They are the most important part. There's no shortage of guides in Whistler. Every sport adventure company has them, but every guide is as unique as their career.
At the end of the day, I want people to be able to go home and just say, wow, and tell people that they had an amazing time. I want it to be a memorable experience for them. That's actually one reason I got into the guiding. Everything up here is built right into the tree, so we're going to take you guys around, show you a little bit of the course.
Kathy Carla can't get enough of guiding. She's been leading tours with Zip Trek in Whistler for 3.5 years. Her bubbly personality and sense of adventure are the perfect combination for a guide, especially when your tour involves a harness and a helmet.
Who doesn't want a zip line to work every day? It's a pretty sweet office. It's a really calming experience when you go out. You're just out in the forest, a 10,000-year-old rainforest.
Leading our group through catwalks and suspension bridges, Carla is doing what any guide does best, calming her guests before the adventure begins. Wildlife and environment are a large part of this unique valley tour, and most of the course can be viewed and explained before you begin to fly.
If you look right up through the trees there, see those lines up in the sky? That's your last one. That's our newest line. That's what you'll be doing today.
Making your guest feel comfortable is all part of helping them enjoy the thrilling experience. With a few clicks, we're ready to tackle our first line. Woo-hoo! Gliding over Fitzsimmons Creek, ziplining is an experience unlike anything else. The wind rushing by you, the creek below, and picturesque views all around. It's an adrenaline rush, all while exploring the sights and sounds of the mountains.
It's not just the adrenaline junkies. You get small kids, 6 years old, up to 98-year-olds. So we take a wide variety of people.
Smaller zip lines complete, our group treks upwards to the new line installed this summer. Their longest one yet, and the reaction says it all.
Holy! Wow! So yeah, it's a big one, 2,400 feet. It's also a tandem line, so sometimes we can actually get 2 people going down at once, and we do a descent of 30 stories, so it's a big step off for a lot of people.
Are you ready?
As ready as I'm going to be. The view is worth it. The view is worth the nerves that I have in my stomach.
There was a slight hesitation before leaving the gated platform, but with a little convincing at the bottom, I was off.
This is going to be really fun! Woo!
Soaring from Whistler to Blackcomb Mountain, it's a view right out of a brochure. Don't close your eyes. This is something you won't want to miss. It's all possible thanks to your guide, who will be ready and waiting when you reach the other side. Zip Trek's Eco Tour is a great way to learn about the mountain environment while having some serious fun while you're at it. Now, the Eco Fashion Week is a great way to experience new designers, and we're about to introduce you to some that aren't even manufacturing their own clothing.
It's understandably chaotic backstage of a fashion show, and Eco Fashion Week is no different.
Okay guys, everybody progress now.
Stylists are putting the final touches on their collections for the runway. But they didn't design these pieces, they've curated their collections as part of the Thrift Chic Challenge presented by Value Village.
It's a
styling challenge. There's no sewing and upcycling and repurposing of the secondhand clothes. It's really they go in the store and they need to create 10 to 15 looks, head to toe, just Value Village.
There are 3 stylists taking part in this challenge, and beyond sourcing everything from Value Village, they're free to do whatever they want.
So my collection is called Kenneth Barbie, so it's the blend between a Ken doll and a Barbie. So you'll see boys in pink, girls in blue. It's very fun, it's very poppy, it's very 90s, very clueless. You'll definitely see it's very cohesive. I base myself as a stylist, so I didn't want to do anything too over the top in the way of designer or alterations because I wanted to be able to show that I could find the clothes and pull them from head to toe.
The theme is electro swing. So it's kind of a vintage fashionista feel with a little bit of Alice in Wonderland. And you'll see with the hangers.
And while their imaginations can run wild with a show like this, there are also some practical challenges.
Honestly, too much choice. It's amazing. I had so many different ideas.
I think the hardest thing for me was probably the shoes because, you know, you sort of have to base everything off of the shoe. If it doesn't work with all of your looks, you have nothing.
Despite this show proves that being truly stylish isn't about money, it's about expressing yourself.
From my style, what I love the most about vintage is to find unique pieces and treasures.
You go in there and you find something that works for your personal style. So there's no set trends.
I'm Erin Shaw for West Coast Style.
Can't get enough of our stories on Shaw TV, or maybe you want to share them with a friend. All of our stories are online in HD. Visit us at youtube.com/WhistlerShaw. Go See the Sky, we're your local voice.
Coming up.
You get data after every swing. You can see what you're doing wrong and make corrections on the fly.
Improving your swing through the winter months with 3D Golf.
The following are proud supporters of community programming on Shaw TV.
Hairstyling and color services for Heather Butts are provided by The Loft Salon. TheLoftSalon.com.
Levitt Machinery services all the brands they sell, anywhere in Western Canada. If you have big machines for moving stuff and they have a problem, Levitt can fix it. Need a lift? Stack it, reach it, lift it. Levitt.
1 in 3 Canadians know someone with Alzheimer's disease or another dementia. I'm one of those Canadians. September is World Alzheimer's Month, and the Alzheimer's Society of BC wants you to get involved. Use your creative ideas, your outstanding talents, and your sizzling passions. We make it easy to create a unique fundraising event or join in someone else's. Do anything for Alzheimer's and help support people with dementia, their caregivers, and research for a cure. Let's get started at anythingforalzheimers.ca today.
Welcome to Go See the Sky. I'm your host, Heather Butts, at the Pemberton Distillery, where coming up in the show, we'll be sampling some of Canada's first organic single malt whiskey straight out of the cask. Now, this is a whiskey that perhaps you may want to have at your wedding day, a day that can be very overwhelming and you may not even remember it the day after. So here's a good thing. The Wedding Bells have caught up with a videographer who says it's worth it to capture your big day on film.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Wedding Bells.
I just got engaged.
And I did not. We're on an adventure to plan the big day.
We are causing quite a commotion.
Today we're filming with Love Story Media. They won the BC Wedding Award, and owner Eric Anderson's philosophy is...
Love Story Media is about capturing a wedding in a way that's beautiful and expressive and telling a story that's about the couple and is authentic about them, but that is also a beautiful work of art on its own.
While filming our story with Eric, we had some fun behind the scenes.
We are scouting for locations.
VPD, watch the Wedding Bells.
And hear this, brides and grooms to be.
Their personalities are going to be the most important part of our video, rather than them trying to act a certain way. We don't want that. We want to see the real people.
That camera he has is amazing. She looks beautiful. It's worked a miracle. Just kidding.
And why are wedding videos so important?
A video gives you the real feeling of being there, being in the moment, being at the wedding and being able to experience it the way it actually happened. People who weren't at the wedding, of course, they can enjoy the wedding from their computer screens and see everything that happened.
Also, consider this.
We find that the wedding day is a bit of a blur for the couple, and the video is a way for them to really enjoy everything that happened that they might have missed.
And don't forget your grandkids.
Your wedding video is really something that you can share with future generations, with your kids. Just imagine if you could see your grandparents' wedding. That would be pretty special.
Back behind the scenes, we were rolling. Literally.
I'm playing the part of director. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it.
Get out of the shot.
I want you to go like this, front of your face, out in front. Here it is, the Wedding Bells video by Love Story Media. This is a story of two very different girls.
I am a girly girl.
And I'm a little more rock and roll. We both, however, share a love of acting, and one day we literally bumped into each other.
We make each other laugh, and we always like to have fun.
Come bella c'è la luna, brilla strette, strette come butto, belle fasteggiare, sotto celle di Roma.
I like to drive fast.
And I like to stay still.
Down each avenue, via street or strada, you can see.
I love all things delicious.
Two by two.
And so do I. We also share a love of pretty dresses.
And that's the story of how we became the Wedding Bells.
Now, the good thing about having a wedding video is you can perhaps, analyze some of the people that are there or analyze your dance moves. Now, how about analyzing your performance on the golf course? For that, we're taking a road trip to Coquitlam, where we play a little 3D golf.
Quality Assured Collision's road trip is brought to you by Quality Assured Collision, found online at qacollision.ca.
I want to make sure that I see this quantifiable data and I see my students improving week by week, and they can look at it and go, they're improving as well, and that makes us both motivated.
Motivated to swing better, quicker, and more accurately. That's what you can do at the 3D Golf Performance Center in Coquitlam.
3D Golf Performance is an indoor academy, and it's a learning and training facility that allows golfers to look at their golf swing in three-dimensional and train through the tools and technologies that we have here in order to take their ball flight out on the course.
With 20 years of experience in teaching golf under his belt, John Asen opened this center 3 years ago. The technology used was available to professional golf players only, but this facility is making it accessible to everyone.
If we're outside without any technology, we're guessing a little bit. So we're taking the guessing out of learning so that you're not kind of going around in circles, if you will, and trying to figure things out by trial and error.
Out on the range and out on the course, it's hard to really get feedback from what you're doing wrong. So when you're inside here, you get feedback, you get instant feedback, and just seeing what you're actually doing helps out a lot.
Your trip to the center starts at the Motion Capture Lab, where you receive your initial evaluation.
Our Motion Capture Lab is our heart and soul, and that is basically we put 26 markers on the golfer's body, and these markers get picked up by 6 infrared cameras, and they turn the golfer into an avatar, basically a character of themselves. This character then can be viewed in any angle, 360 degrees. And we also have markers on the golf club. And on the golf club, the markers are obviously going to detail exactly what the club is doing.
The practice center is also equipped with a 2D video.
It basically captures the player as they look in two-dimensional form from both down the line and face-on camera views. This is combined with our TrueTrack technology, which is basically measuring what your ball's doing and how your club is causing the ball to do what it does.
You can actually see it, and you get data after every swing. You can see what you're doing wrong and make corrections on the fly.
So pretty good result.
After being evaluated at the 2D, 3D, and putting labs, John constructs a plan of what to do to improve your swing and performance to get you ready for the golf course.
The idea is to use each of our technologies in a synergistic way that they can work through their adjustments, building their game, learning how to control the ball better, and then eventually it'll be performance-based once we get on the golf course.
I can't express how much this has helped me, so I mean, if anyone wants to improve their game, I think this is a good place to start.
And tour players swear by this technology, and they say that they learn 4 to 10 times faster than with your average golf lesson. In Coquitlam for Quality Assured Collision Road Trip, I'm Dunia Tosi.
Quality Assured Collision's Road Trip has been brought to you by Quality Assured Collision, found online at qacollision.ca.
If you'd like to learn more about our show or see some behind-the-scenes footage or perhaps send us a comment, visit us at facebook.com/GoSea2Sky.
Later in the show,
it is actually quite simple. There's 3 ingredients, which is water, malted barley, and yeast.
we sample Canada's first organic single malt whiskey.
Whether you're pursuing a television career or looking for a new leisure activity, we invite you to join the Shaw TV Volunteer Program. You can gain valuable hands-on experience and acquire skills ranging from camera to floor directing. We're looking for high school or college students or adults who are eager to learn. Shaw TV is currently accepting volunteer applications. Contact us today.
We're there to bring it home. Shaw TV, your local voice.
Your card has been declined.
Oh, try this one.
Rob here. Collections here. How many times do I have to call you to collect this debt?
What are we gonna do? This one's been declined too.
Does your debt feel like it's getting out of control? We are a nonprofit service, and we're here to help. Call the Credit Counseling Society today. All you've got to lose is your debt.
Welcome back to Go Sea to Sky. I'm your host, Heather Butts at the Pemberton Distillery, and today we are sampling some of Canada's first organic single malt whiskey, and I get to learn what it's like to be a master distiller. Now, that takes a lot of science. Quite the opposite, something that takes a lot of muscle, a lumberjack, and that is what Melanie gets to try out this week on Higher Learning.
Sprott Shaw College's Higher Learning is brought to you by Sprott Shaw College, found online at sprottshaw.com.
The great outdoors. Today I'm at Grouse Mountain, but it's not what you might think. It's a little too early for ski season, but I'll give you a hint. It involves an axe, and plaid is mandatory. I've never wanted to be a lumberjack. No. Nope. Never.
My name's Sterling Hart, and I've been a lumberjack for 24 years. To be a lumberjack, you got to be an ambitious person. You can't just show up and thinking you're going to get through this easily. It's one of the toughest jobs in the world.
Too many things can go wrong. There's too many sharp objects involved, but I think if I try really hard, I could do it.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how she sizes up, literally. I mean, she would definitely be one of the smallest lumberjacks or lumberjills that we've ever had in our workforce. First thing that we're going to do with Melanie today is we're going to get her started off axe throwing. You're going to start off with the axe pointed straight at the target.
Yeah.
As you bring it over your head, I want you to bring your body weight back.
Yeah.
And being a little person, you know, both of us, I know how it is. You're going to have to use your whole body and every muscle in that body to get that axe into the target. Think of like every bad date, angry boss.
Got it.
Every person that you don't like.
Yep.
That's them right in the middle.
The anger, be the axe.
Body back, use your body weight, and just everything.
Oh God!
kidding? Melanie's first throw went really, really well. Her accuracy was right on target, but we needed to man up and grow a little bit of hair on her chest, you know? There we
Yay!
go. Well, that definitely went a little bit better, didn't it?
Done. Piece of cake.
Okay, so the next event we're gonna get Melanie to do is called crosscut sawing. Hand on the top.
Yeah.
I want you to shuffle just over here like that.
Yeah.
You know what? Before you get going, like I noticed that you're not wearing any safety equipment, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, well I've actually got something here that it's actually traditional lumberjack wear. It's what they did wear out in the woods. Yeah, straight out of the woods.
They did not wear that in the woods.
Were you there?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was.
Ugh.
Okay, so yeah, the roughest part of my day.
It's the worst job ever. This doesn't go with my outfit at all.
You gotta keep the sun under your eyes too, so this is definitely gonna make it. Doesn't she look ready to work in the woods now?
Seriously, can you stand right there while I do that again? Going too fast.
All right, so I don't know if you know this or not, but this is like a two-man bike. When I'm on the other end, I can feel when you're not pedaling. Swear to God, Melanie, if I have to come over there.
But it's almost done.
Keep pulling. We're almost done. Do you want this job or not, Melanie?
Well, I don't really know.
Smile while you're doing it, too. This is supposed to be happy. Whew. That wasn't so bad, was it?
It's exhausting.
Moving on to the last event now that we have lined up for Melanie. That's the log roll.
I don't like this one. That water looks cold.
So, one foot slightly ahead of the other.
Okay.
But only slightly. So when they're on the log, I want your left foot here and your right foot here. Your hand's gonna be out. One's up here, one's back here. And your chest is actually gonna be turned to the other side of the log.
Should I wear like a helmet or something?
I feel like you should have a helmet and mouth guard everywhere you go. Like I've seen you
That's
saw,
it.
okay?
All right. So you shouldn't be this excited about this.
I know I shouldn't, but I am. Let's put it this way, the average person can't stay on this log long enough to have their picture taken.
Oh no.
It'll be good. I have faith in you.
Can you push it closer
No.
to me? Oh my God.
I'm gonna hold it like you're not gonna fall. Kids do it all the time.
I know, but oh, I can't
Like
do it.
children.
No, I can't do it.
What do you mean you can't do
I
it?
can't do it.
Melanie, do you want this job or not?
No, I don't want it.
Log.
Be the log.
Be the log.
Be the log.
There, just walk right across. Keep your feet right on top. Look over here and keep walking.
Oh God, I can't.
The longer you take, the more chance there is you're gonna fall in.
No, I can't do it.
No, what are you doing? No, get up! What are you doing? Okay, crawl across. Really? Are you kidding me? You're like a child! Just remember, if you fall in, just start kicking. Do we ever get those eels out of here? Oh, no, okay, you know what? That actually kind of works for me.
This counts, right? Yeah, this counts.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Are you gonna fire me because I can't go?
I'm not gonna fire you. Sure as hell I'm not gonna hire you, though. Okay, what are you gonna do now?
Okay. Whew. See, that counts.
Don't clap for that.
Thank you. It wasn't the prettiest, but I got across. So, would you hire me or would you fire me?
Well, Melanie,
Yeah.
I've talked it over with the rest of the boys in the bush, and we've decided to hire you,
Really?
but not as a lumberjack.
Oh, as
You're gonna
what?
be the new official poster girl of
Oh,
lumberjacking. But
yeah.
if you ever go anywhere near an axe or a saw again, we will fire you. Yeah.
That's what they meant. I don't think I want this job.
Sprott Shaw College's Higher Learning is brought to you by Sprott Shaw College. Found online at sprottshaw.com.
Organic products are pretty common throughout the Sea to Sky corridor, but this is a first for all of Canada. It's an organic single malt whiskey, and it's being made right here at the Pemberton Distillery. To make it, it's a little bit of an art and a little bit of science. Let's take a look.
This organic British Columbian malted barley is about to make a big name for itself. It's being transformed into Canada's first organic single malt whiskey, a process that is both a science and an art.
Hey, Tyler.
Hi, Heather. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
The Pemberton Distillery, I finally made it.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. You ready to taste some whiskey?
I am, absolutely.
Good. Let's get to it.
Okay.
It is actually quite simple. There's 3 ingredients, which is water, malted barley, and yeast.
So this is where it all begins.
Yeah, this is the raw malted barley, and it's been grown, harvested, and then gone through the entire malting process.
The malt is the starch source, what really creates the alcohol while adding rich flavor. The whole kernels are ground into flour and conveyed into the kettle, where it will cook for about 4 hours. Then it's pumped into the fermenter.
We'll add our yeast to it, and it spends about 5 days fermenting, and at the end of that we'll end up with what's pretty close to a beer, essentially, and it's about an 8.5% alcohol beer, and then it's on to distilling.
Now this looks like a real science to it. Not that the malt isn't and the cooking isn't, but it's just these machines.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, there's a bit of art mixed in with science here, but yeah, for sure, this is where the sort of heavy chemistry comes into the process.
The distillation units, or stills, heat the liquid to a point where the alcohol boils off, rising into the columns and out through a condensing tower. A process this master distiller keeps a close eye on. Scottish single malts go through the distillation process twice. Then you play the waiting game.
It goes into the oak cask, and Canada's the same as Scotland, where whiskey has to spend a minimum of 3 years in oak before it can be sold as an aged whiskey. I'm super happy with the way that the whiskey's turned out. A 3-year-old is fairly young as far as single malts go, but I'm really happy with how far it's come along.
The distillery has 3 batches from different years. All will taste slightly unique. 2010's is unpeated and smooth. The following years are more complex with a hint of smoke.
It tastes fresh, very fresh, and you can taste the vanilla coming through.
Yes, and I get some honey coming through as well on the finish. Yeah.
On the finish. It's sweet, but not too sweet.
Yeah, exactly.
After 3 long years, Schramm is excited to share this unique Canadian spirit with the limited number that will be lucky enough to get a bottle from the first batch.
You'll be part of a very limited few that have a bottle if you have it. Might be some bragging rights amongst your friends.
This master distiller will have the best bragging rights of all. He made it.
The Pemberton Distillery offers tours every Saturday at 4 p.m. You don't need a reservation, and the cost is $5 per person. Well, that concludes this episode of Go Sea to Sky. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.